Welcome to this panel on art in the Arab world. My name is Mysa Kafil-Hussain.
My first question is about the beginning of things. When you're in high school, how do you think your career would evolve?
Honestly, I was quite a confused young person. I had this hunch that looking at art and speaking and writing about art, not necessarily making art, was something that I was vaguely interested in, but I didn't yet know about, the existence of a job called curator at that time.
I got really interested in more of the arts and the connection between art and design. And from there, I worked at the Qatar museums, and I'm still working there. It's been life-changing because everything I've worked with was new to Qatar and new maybe to the region.
What does it mean to be an art curator?
I sometimes find it difficult to describe, what is the job of a curator? If you look up the word curator in a dictionary, you would get something along the lines of, a keeper or a custodian or a caretaker of a collection. It's to get to know those artists, to be familiar with their practice, to meet them, maybe visit their studios. And of course, there's like the most exciting part of actually putting a show together.
Art has evolved around the Arab world a lot in the past decades. So how do you think, in your perspective, it's changed?
And how art is connected to, the freedom of speech and the expression and telling our stories from today, because this is how people tell history. The art of today tells the history.
How do you think it's impacted the art scene there?
This is called resistance. If you don't find a way, make a way, right? And that's why they're fighting to always show, always be there, always try.
A lot of these contemporary practices haven't emerged out of thin air, right? They have precedents, like an entire ecosystem of art being needed for an artist to actually function in a healthy way. So while you need an art academy, you also need an art gallery, you also need an art auction and a non-commercial museum space for all of this ecosystem to run, right, and for the art to actually be accessible to the public.
Thing about Instagram and especially Instagram for artists is that it's like having your portfolio in your hand.
Who do you think they should look out for, Arab artists that they should look up?
That's such a hard question, Sarah. So many to pick from. But I would once again, encourage students to not only look at contemporary art, which can be incredibly exciting and there's so much to relate to, but to also go back to the 20th century, just to understand that this has been an evolution and how, in many ways, it has laid the foundations for future generations of artists. Oh my gosh, there's like so many to recommend. Look at Iraq, Madiha Omar from Iraq, Salwa Radashaqir from Lebanon. These are just some examples, but a lots to discover. And Khalid, of course, and Khalid's work. Well, check out Khalid's Instagram.
Just plugging in there.
Thank you everyone for attending the Art in the Arab World session. Thank you, Suheyla. Thank you, Khalid. And thank you, Sarrah. And we hope to speak to you all again soon. And thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Shukran. Thank you, guys.